we are familiar with nested if function, and topic for this video is using the switch function. If you are familiar with any programming language, you know it we can replace nested if with switch function. This also applies to DAX formula language, and now we will apply a switch statement for a switch function on this switch statement or a switch function on this transaction table. So we'll perform a nested if operation. We apply it to total amount column, this one. And in order to transform this continuous column into the categorical column, giving us the new total amount column, total amount calculated column, when I'm applying the switch function, we will transform a column that is already categorical, namely the store type, this one, to another set of categorical values. As a quick reminder, there are distinct values for store type, as we are familiar with eShop, Teleshop, flagship store, and MBR. We have already discussed it, but we can see down here. This is eShop. This is also eShop. Yes, Teleshop, flagship store, store type, and there are few which are MBR. What if in out analysis these you categorize? What if in out analysis these you categorize? We already don't have need, and instead we will likely to map these existing categories into the other categories. So as we will refer to eShop, Teleshop, eShop to online, Teleshop to phone, and flagship and store and MBR to other. There are four types: eShop online, Teleshop phone, and flagship store MBR to offline. Well, you may recognize that this can be accomplished by using if function. However, in order to accomplish same thing by using switch function. In any case, we will now create a new column in transaction table. So once transaction table in active here transaction table is active, we will go ahead and check on new column. So as we click on new column, and then they're putting a formula for this in new column here. So what we will do now, we will create a new column named store category, and we will use switch function. The content of the column B will be represented by switch function. So what we will do, first name it store category. Store category. And now we will use switch function. And we can see here content of the column will be changed by switch. So if what is the switch function doing? If expression, there is some expression, and if there is value 1, then result should be result 2. Value 2, result should be result 2. For value 3, it should be there is some other result 3. Else there is some another statement. So finally we have result 4, which we have result else explicitly. So let's proceed to see how these functions work. State category, for which we really want. We want for transactions table. Transactions table, which one column? Transactions store type. Transactions store type. Now value 1, result 1 now. So how we will categorize? How we will write it? Store type. eShop should be online. So we will write it down. eShop. For eShop, what should be the value? What I am talking about? eShop should be online. Similarly, value to result to. Now teleshop should be phone. Should be phone. Else other should be offline. So all of these values will be converted to offline. Now we will close it. So now we covered two parts of values of results based on expression to be evaluated for switch, and then everything else we would like to the value offline. For store type, e-shop value should be online, teleshop value should be phone, in transaction table store type. So what we defined little earlier, that it should be the value. To perform this operation, we just hit enter, and now we will see what it will happen. So we just hit enter. As we hit enter, now we have a store category column for each of the transactions in view, and the store type. If e-shop, the store category should be online. Well, there are more and more online transactions, but soon enough you will have store type some other, and like here is store type online, here is also online, here is also online. See, for flagship store it's offline. You can see easily here. For MBR it's also offline. For teleshop it's phone. So well, there are more and more online transactions, but you can see how we can mm, change the any column type to another one. So as you will continue to scroll, you will see store type is converted to uh, state category, and teleshop is mapped to phone, MBR is mapped to offline. So how we can convert store type to store category? So this is how we have used switch statement for transforming our column into another one. So when if it comes to modeling data into Power BI visualization, all of this will become important. If the content of raw data is not quite in the form which can be presented in the visual form, well, you may need to perform this kind of transformation for visualization purpose. To understand why this might be useful, well, consider the fact that any end user are more familiar with the term offline, online, and phone. So if we click on here and we see the filters to view only offline, we just deselect all and select only offline. And as we hit OK, all offline transactions are there, and we can see there are 4,000 plus filter rows for offline transaction out of 23,000 plus rows. So it is possible to do this type of filtering for visualization purpose. You can see there are 4,000 plus rows for corresponding to offline transactions. So with this type of grouping, we have effectively can aggregate both flagship store, uh, mailship brochure translated into a single unit, and potential for your visualization. This may make you more sensible. So for a quick sanity check, what we will do now, we will just see only online. So as we hit enter, we can see total transactions are there. And if I am filtering out phone, there are how much? filtered rows are there. So we have used successfully switch function here, where on transactions column store type transactions table store type column, and we are converting value 1 to this one, value to this to, else this is the result will be there. So this is how we can convert. If we do select all, once again, this is how we can convert and filter the data. Okay. So I'm ending my demo here for this one topic. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you so much.